Hey, it's Dr. D from Parker Nixon with a video overview of the well-known and wonderful Starfall app and website. Starfall is probably one of the first well-known websites and applications made for young children, preschool age, kindergarten age. It's been around for a while, and today it remains one of the best, if not the best, interactive app and website for young kids, especially learning their letter sounds, learning how to read, learning those like pre-academic and early academic skills. Starfall's a nonprofit, and they offer a lot of their great content for free. You can subscribe as a school or as a parent and get access to everything, but what they offer for everyone for free is extremely valuable, and I want to highlight some of those parts today. Particularly, you see the ABCs. That is one of my favorite tools for preschool kids, kindergarten kids to learn those letter sounds. So I'm going to press on the ABC. It opens up A through Z. And there's interactive activities and modules for each letter that kids love. Now, to start off, before a student knows most of them, they can just really dabble and play and be exposed to them for a while. Once they start to learn most of them, it's really good to start really tracking and guide the student towards the few maybe remaining letter sounds they don't know to really get full mastery of the alphabet letter sounds so they're ready to move on to reading. So here, let's start off. I'm going to start with letter A. Click on the A.
A. A.
Right, so it brings that up. The child can press on the letters over and over again. Make the sound. Then click the arrow to go into the next activity slide.
Apple.
To me, one of my main tips for parents, for teachers, is when students do these activities, to not do them alone, to just give them a device and have them do that. They really ought to be with an adult, a teacher, a parent, maybe a peer, and practice saying those letter sounds throughout the activity, saying those words. Verbally saying that as they're interacting will result in much better and faster learning.
Apples.
Alligator.
Astronaut.
Yeah, and this content is so well done. Kids love it. The folks who made this just really know young kids. It's funny, it's interactive, engaging, appropriate. Just so well done.
Click and drag the letters to the correct basket. Capital
A.
Lowercase
A.
So at the end of each letter, there's usually an activity where they're identifying and practicing those letter sounds. Here it's a simple sort. So they sort the uppercase and the lowercase letters, practice making those sounds. And I would have the child make those sounds each time, just really reinforce that short A sound.
Woohoo! That was great. Goodbye.
And that's it. So that's letter A. A child may do that multiple times, work on other letters. Again, just keep working with them until they know consistently all of these letter sounds. They're A through Z. The vowel sounds, at first I would just work on the short vowel sound, the A, the E, the I, the A, and the and the long vowel sounds will come later. Once they've mastered those, I'm going back to the home menu. They can go to the Learn to Read activities right below the ABCs. And that's really a great way to learn those early reading skills, those strong phonics skills. So I'll click on the Learn to Read. And you can see from 1 to 15, really great interactive lessons and modules, starting with short A, going through the short vowel sounds, long vowel sounds, and then other phonics skills. So I'll click on the short A lessons. There's a variety of activities. I would recommend doing the where it says and at first, kind of blending sounds together. And then once they've done those, then they can actually read the book. So I'll show you how this looks. I'll do that.
Make a word with a, an to match the picture.
So here
Ran.
the child's taught how words are built, right? The and, then we add a sound, or makes a word, ran.
An. Ran. Fan.
Now, if the child chooses the wrong one, it gently shows them that it's
Oops.
not the right
Try
one.
again.
So they can play around with that and fan.
An. Fan.
So they're building these
Pan.
phonics skills.
An. Pan. Can.
And these are also the words that they'll see in these simple stories, too. So it's good to review them first, give them some exposure.
An. Can.
Practice them,
All
and then they're
right.
ready to
You know.
use them.
Can. Fan. Pan. Ran.
All right. So you can do the and, the at, you can do it multiple times, and then, play with the stories. I'll do Zach the Rat, the big story.
Listen
Here.
to the short A sound. Ah, 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 ah. Short A makes this kind of sound. Ah, 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 ah. Z, ah, k, za.
All right, so these books, the picture, if you click on the picture, there's interactions, animations. The child can click on the speaker if they want it read to them, or they may be ready to start reading it on their own. But here,
Zach is a rat.
and then they can go to the next page by clicking on the arrow.
Ah,
Now, it's great, too, if a student's reading it like Zach sat on and then struggled with a word, they can click on the word can or any other word, and it will
can.
it will help them sound it out. So I love that feature about this as kids are learning those basic reading skills.
Ah,
So if they click on like the word ants, it will sound out that word.
Ants.
And even when there's here on the actual picture, there's the word jam. You click on that, it will sound it out as well.
Jam. Ah.
I'll go through this pretty quickly, these next pages, but yeah, fun, interactive. And I would read these, and then once the child can read these simple books without help, without clicking on the words, then they're ready to probably move on to the next series. But short A is a great place to start. So you play with that. Once you feel like you have good mastery of these books, these sounds, then move on to short E, and you can work through that. Great way to learn how to read while also reading just paper books. Get simple phonics readers at school or at the library to reinforce these skills. So let me go back to the home menu. So those are my two favorite parts of this. Right below there, it's fun to read, and I'm reading also provides a library of interactive books that they can do after they go through the Learn to Read modules. The full content's available in those two areas. Most of this other stuff on here, super fun and great, but it's usually pretty limited unless you subscribe. So, for example, the colors, I can do red, pink, and rainbow, but the other colors I'd have to subscribe either as a school or as a parent to access it, but for sure worthwhile, as well as most of the other stuff. They'll give you a few samples of some of the content, but most of it's grayed out. The motion song. But super fun stuff. Definitely one of, for teachers, for parents, very loved app. So great for, young children, maybe as early as 3, 4, 5, 6 years old, 7. Fun, engaging, one of the best out there. So definitely highly recommended. So have fun using Starfall, and we'll see you next time.